Alright, welcome back to the Crabby Dice, and we're going to continue our campaign of Middara, Unintentional, Malum, Act 1, and we're going to be starting the MAST Day 2, which is a really simple scenario. It's really short. Just to give you a high-level overview of the story, after the first mission, we decided to rest in a cave. Zeke found some consumables for us in the cave. We woke up the next morning, and we're going to continue on our journey, and we hit the next cave where there's going to be more enemies for us to fight. Alright, so this is a pretty short scenario. Pretty simple. There's win condition, defeat all 4 guys. Loss conditions, all our guys are defeated. All right, this is where our guys are going to start, and there's pretty much no special rules going on in this scenario. All right, so let's get this out of the way. All right, let's put our characters on the board. That leads me to one of my slight negatives of the game. I wish we can see the initiative cards before placing our characters, but it is what it is. Sometimes you do have to waste extra movement just getting through this pile of guys. All right, you just have to do it. All right, so actually because of that, let me actually put Zeke in the back because he can move diagonally. All right, so another thing is there was no restore but in the story between the first and second mission, so all the damage carried over from the previous one, but everyone was at full health except for Zeke. He's starting the game with 2 damage. All right, so we're going to shuffle up our initiative card, which includes this new guy and the 3 cavesicle swarm up there. So let me splay this and we're going to see what the order is right now. All right, looks like Nightingale's gonna go first, and let's see what we want to do. All right, so the cavesicles are last, which is interesting. Now, this is a tricky mission because of this guy. He's really elusive. He loves to dodge, especially the first attack, and he's gonna counter strike you. And you sort of never want to be in range 2 when he starts his round, because then he's gonna hit you with a Force 11 spell. Which is really deadly and can kill you really fast. All right, so Nightingale's gonna go first, which is this character here, and let me see what I want to do. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe slide this way to make sure I kill these cavesicles, and then slide in this way to try to kill the big beefy guy afterwards. I could alternatively go this way and sort of do the exact same thing, but I'd rather kill the cavesicles. All right, so I'm gonna activate her. She moves at 7. All right, so let's get to it. Let's not waste any more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think she's gonna stand right over here. All right, that costs 1 XP point. All right, which is this one right over here. And I think that's all she's gonna do. She still has 2 SP points, but I don't want to move any closer because a little hint, I do want these guys to jump down and attack me, because if they're staying up there, it's going to be impossible for us to attack them because that's a higher elevation. They have range. So if I was at least 4 away, let's say over here, then they would just range me and I couldn't retaliate. All right, so I think for the first couple of rounds, we're just going to stay back here, make sure they get closer, and then we'll go retaliate. All right, so that was Nightingale's turn, so she's going to carry over 2 SP into the next round. All right, next is going to be the Gevaudan. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. All right, so first time we're going to see this creature. All right, it looks like a dog with a ginormous knife coming out of his tail. All right, pretty scary. And he does roll 2 teal dice, which is also scary. All right, and his defense is really high at 10. So he's got 12 health. All right, so looking at this, looking at his passives, if he gets attacked, he auto dodges the first attack every round. If he does successfully dodge, he's going to get a courage token, and which boosts all his attacks, which is really good. And then after that, the first time that he can counter, he's going to counter at reach 2. A counter is basically if you successfully dodge, then you're going to, you don't even need to successfully dodge. If you miss an attack against him, he can counter back. All right, so let's go through his flow chart here. Is there an opponent adjacent? Nope. Is there an opponent within reach 2? Nope. Reach 2 is like, you would think Gloomhaven. It has to be 2 spaces away, so his melee attack is 2 spaces away. Nope. Could he move and attack something within 2? Again, no, his movement is 6, so he can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe be over here, and 2 away. Still can't attack anything, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He would be stuck there because he can't move 6 and everything around there, so no. So none of these are true, so that's it. He's not going to do anything. All right, now there's a update to the 1.1 rules where he's going to get an aggro token if we damage him or something. It's a little hazy on those rules, but either way, he's not going to do anything. All right, next up, we're going to go to Zeke. All right, it seems like the first round we're just going to set up so that the cavesicles can come. All right, so Zeke's over here. So let's look at his stats here. Oh, I move my mouse. All right, so let's look at his stats. He does 6, and he has these double diagonal movements as well. All right, so let's get to it. So he's gonna move at 6, so that's gonna be 1 SP token. Oh, yeah. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we go hide in the bush here. And that's gonna be my 6 right over there. And he's gonna hide right over here in case he gets attacked. Well, then he's gonna get the +1 bonus or the -1 to the attack by being in the green section. And I think that's all he's gonna do. I think we're gonna just save our SP token. So that's it for Zeke. Next is gonna be Remy. Remy's pretty simple. She's gonna spend 2 SP. I'm not gonna show her the card. You know how it works. She moves at 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's gonna get ready to fly right down the middle over here, and that's it. All right, she's gonna carry over 1 SP into next turn. And finally, we got Rook, who's actually gonna move up closer, up close and personal here. So he's gonna go spend 1 SP, which is over here. And he's going to move at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to stay within the green zone as well, so that he gets the +1 defense by being in the green. And finally, the capsicles are going to go. Alright, so as we saw from the first mission, pretty simple to activate the capsicles. Alright, so if you didn't know, their passive ability, they have hive mind, so the more that they're all together in their sphere of influence, they roll better dice. So they're all going to roll 2 orange because there's 2 other capsicles in their sphere of influence, and they're immune to poison. All right, so let's go through their flowchart. Is there an opponent adjacent? No. Is there one within 4? No. Could they move and attack somebody within 4? That is yes. All right, so we're going to start with number 1. So you always go in numerical order. So we're going to move him. So he's going to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So by moving here, he is now in range of Rook right over here. So let's see. Could he attack? Oh, sorry, wrong guy. So can he move and attack an opponent within range 4? Yeah, there you go. So he's going to move the minimum distance to be at range 4. So there you go. So from here, he's going to roll his attack. We already know it's going to be 2 orange dice. Alright, I'm actually not too worried about this attack because my big beefy boy over here has 3 armor, so he's going to be okay. So let's go look at Rook's card. So he has a defense of 10, so 9 plus his goggles, which gives him 10. And they, remember, get a -1 to hit. Alright, so technically they're trying to hit an 11 off 2 dice. They roll and they got a 10, which is a miss. All right, because it's going to be 10 minus 1, which is 9. And they need a 10 to hit Rook, so that's a miss. All right, so that was the first capsicle. Now we're going to go to the second one. So they're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to attack the exact same person. So range 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Line of sight is good. Let's do it. They need an 11. All right, roll a 7, so that's a miss. And then the third capsicle is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And look at that, they're making a perfect line for us to attack next turn. And they're going to attack Rook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Line of sight is good. So again, need an 11. And they rolled Snake Eyes, which is the 2 lowest values on the dice. So it looks like my dice luck is continuing from the first mission. All right, so they're pretty much all done. There you go. And there was the first round of the game. All right, so let's take all of these cards. Let's give it a good shuffle. All right, so let me shuffle these up. This is going to be the first character. And there you go. That's going to be our initiative row for the round. So Remy is going to go first, and she's up here. Pretty simple. I think she's going to dive in to do an attack. Before the, by the way, before the round starts, we're going to give everyone 3 SP. Can't forget that. So everyone's pretty much at 5. All right. And let's get to it. Okay, so Remy is going to go. So let me just take 3 SP away because that's going to be a movement and 2 to attack. So she moves at 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let her just go right down the middle here. And she's going to attack. I think she's going to attack the purple guy in the middle. Why not? All right, so we already know from the first mission, if you saw it, she's going to roll in melee 2 white dice. Now she's gonna waste an SP to empower it. I don't think I will. I'd rather attack again afterwards because my hammer helm here automatically gives me a +1 damage, plus it lets me re-roll a die. All right, so I'm gonna roll 2 white dice. All right, there's no hindering terrain or anything in the way. So this is gonna be straight up an 8 to hit, and I missed. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna re-roll this die by activating this card over here. All right, because I do really want to hit. All right, so let me re-roll. So I do need a 5 or higher on this one to hit, and I got a 6. Perfect. All right, so this is gonna be 9, so that's 1 damage. Now the 2 shields are gonna give me an extra 2 damage. So now we're at 3 damage, and I can tap this to do another damage, but I won't because this automatically gives me another damage as well. So that's gonna be 1 because of this, 1 because of the difference, and 2 because of the thing, and that's 4 damage in total. All right, so just like that, 1 attack, I just knocked 4 damage out of this capesicle. So obviously what I'm gonna do is use my last 2 SP to attack again. And we're gonna do the exact same thing. This time I can't re-roll, so hopefully I get 8 or above. And I rolled a 5, which is a whiff, and there's nothing I can do about it. So there you go, that was Remy's turn. All right, so next up is gonna be Zeke. And you know what? Everyone's gonna be joining the party. So let's see. What he's gonna do first is he's gonna use his sword exhaustion ability to move diagonally. All right, so let's put an exhaustion on this one to move diagonally once. So we're gonna move right over here. All right, next we're gonna use 1 SP to move. So let me get rid of this, and I'm gonna move my distance. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, right in the middle, right over here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attack the red guy. All right, so this is gonna cost me 2 SP to do a regular attack. And remember, my attacks because of finesse is gonna be 2 white, and I'm not gonna empower it. I don't think I need to. All right, so again, it's gonna be always 8. Straight up gonna be 8. Let me see. It's gonna be 10. Perfect. What a starburst. So looking at my cards here, my starburst is +1 damage, and every 2 shield is 2 damage. All right, so I got 2 shield here, which is +2 damage, with the starburst, which is 1 damage. So that's 3 damage plus the 2 damage. That's gonna be 5 damage in total. All right, so let me do that. So let's be, yeah, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and the difference is 2, so it's gonna be 5 in total. All right, there you go, 5 damage right there. All right, next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my Blade Works ability to do a melee attack, and I'm gonna melee attack the exact same guy. All right, let me try to take him out. Let me do that because the gore shot of Nightingale can take either one out anyway, so might as well take out the guy on the left. Let's see if I hit. I definitely hit. I got a 12. Difference is already enough to kill him, so I straight up killed the red guy right over here. All right, next. Now I still have 2 SP left. Do I want to keep it to counter? Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to keep them because next round, if I'm going to go after the big dude over here, I do want to have some extra SP to use for countering in case he's attacking me with a really high valued attack. All right, so I think I'm done with the, actually, you know what? No, maybe I will attack because the capesicles are acting next, and I really should take them out before they become too strong. All right, so you know what? Never mind. Change of plans. I just realized they go next. So I'm going to use my 2 SP here. I'm going to roll my 2 white again. Take my 2 white dice. I'm attacking the guy straight up right in front of me. He only needs 2 more damage. So I rolled a 9. Starburst, 2 shields. That's 2 damage, 3 damage. Difference, another damage. That's over 4 damage. He's going to die. Boom. Just like that, Zeke took out 3 characters with 5 SP. Now, what I'm going to do is instead of staying right over here, is I'm going to exhaust my other sword to move diagonally 1 space, and I'm actually going to go down here. Oh, actually, no. You know what? I'm not going to do that because that's going to cause a break attack, and I don't want to get attacked by him. All right, that would have been a pretty dumb move. All right, next, the capesicles are going to go. And they're gonna attack my friend over here. All right, so their base attack is gonna be 2 whites, and he doesn't get any bonuses. So he's gonna do, in case you forgot from the first mission, he's gonna do the flow chart here. He's gonna do the first one, which is if there's an opponent adjacent, which there is, it's Zeke. I'm gonna do an attack, and if it hits, I do a follow-up, which is an attack, and if that hits, I do a follow-up, which is another attack. But he's got to keep hitting. All right, so let me roll, and he has to hit a 10. Let me just double check that with his stats. So it's going to be 9, and with this core over here, which gives him a +1, that is 10. There you go. And I did forget that he has an armor here. So let me see what happens. So he rolled 9, not enough. So he missed, right? 9, he needs a 10. So there you go, missed. All right, so that's it for him. All right, next, Jovadan is gonna go again. So let's go through his card. Obviously, it won't make a difference. Nobody's next to him. He's not in reach. And if he moves, could he be in reach? So if he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's stuck here. Still nobody in his reach. So there you go. Another wasted turn by him. He's done. All right, next is going to be Rook. Rook's pretty simple. He's going to go straight up to this guy and try to attack him. Actually, I'm going to go the long way around, I think, just so I can be ready to attack this guy afterwards. All right, so he moves at 6. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't get around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wish I had 7 so I can go right behind him. All right. Yeah, let's just go straight up here and try to attack. Okay, so movement was 1 SP, 2 SP to attack. Actually, before he attacks, let me might as well do my mend ability. I'm gonna pretty much do it every single mission. So I'm gonna do this just in case people need to heal. I might just heal his Zeke now so he gets an extra SP if I kill the Capesicle in one shot. All right, but I already paid for the attack. I rolled 2 whites. I'm gonna pay my exhaust ability here to empower it. All right, so I'm gonna roll 2 whites and a black. All right, let's see. I need an 8. There's no hindering terrain anywhere. I missed the attack. This would have been a beautiful roll, but I straight up whiffed because I rolled the skull. All right, so I mean, do I waste it or do I heal? Yeah, sure. You know what? Let me attack again. So I'm gonna attack again. This time I'll exhaust the other hammer. So I'm still gonna empower it, and hopefully I can get him down. All right, here we go. Try number 2. All right, so I got 9, which is good because it's a hit. And I rolled a ton of shields. Now, if I look at my weapon, Starburst is a damage. Every 2 shields is 2 damage. All right, so I got 2, 3. I got 5 shields in all. So that's 2 times 2. That's 4 damage. Plus the difference of 1, which is 5 damage. I needed 1 more damage. Is there a way for me to do 1 more damage? No, there is not. Oh well. There you go. That's it. So I just dealt with 5 damage in 1 shot. Boom. And he's still alive. There you go. So I'm pretty sure my lady here is just going to come up here and give it a gore shot right in the face to eliminate it. But there you go. He's done. That's going to be Rook. And next is going to be Nightingale. Pretty simple. She's just going to walk up there and gore shot it. You know what? Let me actually get in melee range just in case I miss my gore shot. Then at least I can melee it. All right. So I'm going to use an SP to move. So I'll spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get up there. Look at all my characters all in a beautiful line. Okay, so magic attack. Remember, it's a purple die that I add to my gore shot, which is a 6. Let's see what happens. 1. All right, so he's got to protect against a 7. So 6 plus 1 is 7. So let's see if I can get a 7 with these 2 to block the magic attack. And he definitely blocked it. He rolled a 9. So that gore shot failed. By the way, I was supposed to activate it. So that's that. So thankfully I moved into melee range because now I'm just going to melee it to death, which is going to be 2 white dice. But it is going to cost me 2 SP to melee it. Alright, and hopefully I can just get above an 8 just so I can kill it. 1 shot. And I rolled a 6. Oh my goodness. All right, I guess I gotta spend my last 2 SP to roll again. And there you go. I rolled a 10 minus 8. That's at least 2 damage plus the symbols. Doesn't actually matter. This cavesicle has perished. All right. So now, because all the cavesicles are dead, I'm gonna get a loot, and it looks like it's 8 coins this time. So I got a 3 8s, 3 6s, and an 8. All right. These were from the previous mission. And I think that's all I'm going to do with Nightingale. Actually, before I finish off with Nightingale, I am going to do one thing that I didn't do last mission. I'm going to activate her once per encounter ability. Basically, every other character is going to get 1 SP, and she's going to get 2 SP. All right, so I'm going to activate it. So she's going to get 2 SP. So the next round, she's going to start with 5, and every other character is going to have at minimum 4, and some of them are going to have 5. So I'm going to be ready to go after the big dude with a lot of SP tokens and a lot of countering, dodging abilities. All right, but that's it for the round. Let's shuffle it up. All right, so I did forget to remove the Capesicle card from the game because they're all dead. All right, so it's only going to be these characters left. So 4 human players against 1 Genodan. Let's see who can win this battle. All right, so all right, so let's flip these over. So Nightingale's up first, Rook's up second, Zeke's up third. Wow, let's see if I can make it all the characters. Ah, then they're gonna go, and finally it's gonna be Remy, who's already all the way in the back. All right, so let's get to it here. So let's start off with Nightingale, who's sitting right over here, and I think she's definitely gonna try to get in there and gore shot it, because one thing that's great about magic spells that it bypasses dodging and all that stuff, and it's like bypassing armor as well. All right, so what do I want to do? I think I'm gonna move for sure, so let me use one of my SP to move. So she moves at 7. 1 2 3 4 5, and I think I'm not gonna go in the water. All right, I think that's a good place to be, because one of the things or tricks about this mission here is you do want to get this guy into the water, because then he can't do any of his dodge abilities, because you cannot dodge if you're in water. All right, so from there she'll be able to gore shot that guy, and even if he comes after her for 1 attack next round, well, then he's in water and I can swarm him and take him down. All right, so from there she's gonna gore shot. So let me use up the ability right over here. All right, so let me roll my die and see what my total is. So 6 plus 2, which is 8. Not bad. And his conviction is actually, conviction check is actually 2 white, which is better than 2 purples. So let's see if he can get less than 8. Well, less than 8. And he rolled an 11. So he actually blocked against that magic spell, which is a shame. Now, I still have a ton of SP left, but I think because I know she's going to get attacked for sure, I think I'm going to use them to dodge and to raise my stats, all right, just in case he attacks me multiple times. Yeah, because there's nothing else for me to do, right? Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay right there. All right, up next is going to be Rook. And let's see what Rook wants to do. Let's see, what can I do? So he moves at 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's see, 1 2 3. Ideally what I want to do with Rook is, because he won't be able to reach there for a melee attack, so I want to sort of go around so that when he moves into the water I can sort of get behind him and we can sort of do a flank attack type of thing, sort of like a pincer move. But I don't want to get too close to the water's edge, because then he's going to come attack me instead of going to attack Nightingale. So let's move 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's see, 1 2 3. 1 2 3 4 5 6. He's up close and personal. 1 2 3, and then he's up close. So she's actually much closer than he is right over here, and I think we're good. I think he's just going to use his 1 SP for that. You pay for it. And I think he's going to stay right over there. All right, so he's going to get ready to go in by the back. All right, so next up is Zeke. I think what Zeke's going to do, he's going to go join Nightingale into the green area over here. What's great about this is it's hazard terrain. Obviously, it makes it harder for Gevaudan to attack us. So he's just going to move and use an SP. It's going to be pretty simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stay right over here. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, technically he could move closer, but then he's only going to move one space to try to attack him. So I'd rather him move twice into the water. So let me actually stay back just a little bit. All right, and that was Zeke's move. All right, so everyone's got a ton of SP to try to dodge when this guy comes in. And guess what? He's going to activate right now. Okay, so let's look at his card and deal with the consequences. All right, so here we go. So is the opponent adjacent? No. Is an opponent within reach 2? Now this is the one that really hurts if you stay in reach 2, because he's going to force 11 you, and this does a ton of damage. So thankfully not. Nobody's within reach 2. So this is 1, 2. So it's like a square of 2 around him. All right, so no. And then the last one is yes. Can you move and attack an opponent within reach 2? Yes. So move up to reach 2 from the nearest opponent. Now, nearest opponent will be both of these characters, because within 1, 2 movement, they're both available to attack, but the tiebreaker is the initiative track. So he's actually going to go attack Nightingale first. So he's going to go move. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and now he's within reach 2. All right, so he's going to do his attack, and his attack is 2 teal dice. All right, so I'm going to get 2 teal dice, and I think I'm definitely going to use an SP to try to dodge it. All right, so I'll use an XP from Nightingale to roll the black die, which adds to my defensive value. So already my defensive value is technically +1. It's technically -1 because I'm in the green. All right, so he needs a 10 or an 11 to hit plus my dodge. So let's see what happens. Oh boy, he rolled really high. And I rolled a bunch of books, which is a whiff. All right, so he's going to deal me a ton of damage. All right, so let's calculate the damage here. So, oh boy. All right, so let's see, 14. All right, so let's look at the symbols. So Starburst is +2. So he's got a Starburst. All right, so think of it like 16 and shields are +1, 17, 18, 19. And the books -1 armor. I don't have armor anyway, so this is 19. All right, so my defense was 10, technically +1. Just think of it like 19 -1 because it's 18. So he's gonna deal me 8 damage with 1 attack. All right, so I'm gonna take a 5 and a 3. Boom, and just like that, he half-shotted me, and I'm almost dead. All right, so that was the attack against Nightingale. Now he's not done. He is not done. All right, so let's keep going down. So he did the reach 2 attack to the nearest opponent. All right, then move to be in reach 2 of the farthest opponent that is within movement range. Then he's going to attack him for reach 2. So the farthest opponent that's still in range 2 would be Rook. All right, so he's going to move 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's still in movement range. So the farthest opponent technically is Remy, but it's impossible for him to move here to be in reach 2. So that's why he's going to go after Rook. All right, and thankfully he stays in the water. All right, so he's going to be in the water here, and he's going to attack me. And you know what? I'm Rook. I'm going to spend an SP to roll the dodge die as well. All right, so yeah, I'm going to be adding to my defense. All right, so same exact thing. He's trying to hit me. This time I'm not in the green, so it's going to be straight up. He needs a 10 to hit me plus my dodge. So let's see what happens. And this time he rolled pathetically. This is 7. He needed at least a 10 to hit me. Plus I added an extra +2, so that would be a miss. Now, I could counter this attack because I successfully dodged it. I don't think I will, because what's good about countering is it ends as activation, but he's not doing anything after, and it's going to cost me unfortunately 2 SP because I don't have any special abilities to attack back, and I'd rather just save those for the following turn. All right, so I'm not going to counter, and that's it for his move, but he did do a pretty decent damage to Nightingale, which I'm probably going to have to heal with Rook. All right, so that's it. Next is going to be Remy, who's going to do the last action for this initiative round. All right, so she's all the way down here, so what do I want to do? All right, so she's got 4 SP ready to go. I think she's going to fly in and try to do a melee attack against this big guy. I think that's probably my best bet. Yeah, because he won't be able to dodge. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's do it. So let's spend 1 SP to move. So I move at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can go 6, 7 and stay on dry land. Should I do that or should I go in the water? I think I'm going to jump into the water. Why not? Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I'm going to take the high road. And actually no, because it would have cost me 2 movement to move out of Zeke's spot. So never mind, that would not work. So let me actually stay on dry land here. I'm going to go here and I'm going to attack the Godovin from here. All right, so as we know from my stats here, this is going to be 2 white dice. So it's going to cost me 2 SP to attack. And I think I'm going to use my last SP to power it up, to empower it. Because hopefully I can deal a lot of damage with this and my empower, and there you go. So let's do it. So 2 white dice plus I'm empowering it, so I'm trying to hit, I even forgot, I actually haven't tried to hit him yet. So I'm trying to hit a 10, so he has the same defense as us. All right, and this time he can't dodge, so he won't be able to do any of his top abilities, right, because he's in the water. All right, so come on, 10. 9. Oh, I was 1 away. I was 1 away. Okay, unfortunately, because I missed. Oh, this is actually gonna hurt. Actually, wait. Before we do that, I can exhaust my card here to reroll one of my dice. Cannot forget that. Very important. All right, and I'm gonna reroll the 4. I got a 50-50 chance to get a 5 or higher to do a hit. Let's see if I can. And I roll a 4 again. Gosh darn it, that is terrible. All right, so I missed. All right, but unfortunately, because I missed, let's go read his card again. All right, up here. The first time each turn that he will counter with an attack up to reach 2. And basically countering is when I miss an attack. So that's what he's going to do. So he's going to counter back with 2 teal against Remy. Remy's defense is straight up 10, and we'll see what happens. So 6. So it is a 10 plus the shield, which is plus 1 physical damage. So it's going to be just 1 damage. That's about it. So 1 damage to Remy, which isn't bad. Let me go grab one of these tokens. So first damage that she suffered all campaign. All right, so there you go. We've all activated. So we're going to grab the cards and we're going to shuffle up again. Okay, so let's see what the new order is going to be. Let's cut this in half. All right, so first character is going to be Nightingale. Maybe get a revenge. Then Zeke. Then, Rook. Then Zeke. Then Godovin and Remy. Hopefully these 3 guys can take him down before we even get to Remy. But it's going to be tough. So we did a whole initiative round that we didn't even deal him 1 damage. He's a pretty nimble character with a lot of defense. All right, so let's go in order here. So first up is going to be Nightingale. So she's sitting right over here. And what do I want to do? I think I'm going to start off by doing a gore shot right to him and see if I can at least deal him some damage. All right, so as you know from magic attack, it's going to be my 6 plus a die roll, which is going to be plus 2, which is just 8, which is pretty pathetic. Probably going to miss again. So his conviction is 2, so he needs to get 8 or above to block. And he got a 10, so he blocked my magic attack again. All right, I guess she's got to walk in the water and get up close and personal, I guess. So let's lose 1 SP. Put this out of here. So she's still got 4. There's the 8 damage from before. So she's going to move. So she's gonna go 1, 2, 3. So right here into the green area because she's gonna get attacked again because she's the closest character. Oh boy, so Rook's probably gonna spend some time healing her, that's for sure. All right, but that was her movement, so that was 1 SP. Now she's gonna spend 2 SP to attack it. So let's move this to a 1. Actually, I used my gore shot. Sorry, forgot to cover it up. All right, now she's gonna do an attack. Remember, she just rolls 2 white dice, and you know what? Let me empower it again. There you go. So let's see if I'm lucky this time. I have not been able to hit 10 yet. Let's give it a shot. And again, not even close. Rolled a 5. Now he's going to counter me with 2 teals. Unfortunately, I am going to dodge that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my defensive core here, which gives me a dodge. All right, so I don't have to spend the SP. All right, so let's see if he hits me. Oh my god, this might hurt. So he rolled a 10, but I rolled a 4 shield, so my defense is 14. And guess what? With 10, he does not hit. Thankfully, I rolled a 4. Well, I just needed a 1 shield because that 10 was enough to hit me. All right, so there you go. By the way, that was his only free counter of the round. So now I'm free to attack him as much as I can and try to take him down. All right. Now, Nightingale unfortunately just has 1 SP left and she can't really do anything with it. So her turn is done. Actually, wait, I did forget. She was in hindering terrain, so he actually needed an 11 to hit. So he would have missed anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So technically I could have countered, but I didn't have the... actually, wait. Never mind. Little change of plans. I could counter. Because if you successfully dodge, it only takes 1 SP to counter. Yeah, so it only takes 1 SP to counter. If you didn't dodge and he missed, it costs you 2 SP to counter. If you do dodge and he misses, then it only costs you 1 SP to counter. So I'm going to spend 1 SP and I'm going to counter. And it's just going to be straight up 2 white dice. And again, I'm trying to hit a 10. Am I going to hit it? No, I rolled a 9, and look at that. It's probably like my 6th attack against him that misses again. So there you go. She's out of SP. She's done. All right, next is going to be Rook. All right, Rook is over here, and I think I'm definitely going to move over here, so at least now I can get my flanking bonus, which I really wanted to show you guys. All right, so he moves at 6, but he's going to use 1 SP to move. So 1, 2, and I think he's going to stay right over here because now we have a flanking bonus. So the way flanking works is just think of it like a Cartesian plane or whatever. If you're on both sides of it, you get the flanking bonus. So if it's a huge model, you have to be on exactly the opposite side of it. All right, but because it's a single model, you just have to be on equal sides of it. Okay, so that was 1 SP to move. All right, I'm gonna use, should I heal? No, you know what? I'm gonna attack first before I heal because maybe if I can deal him with a lot of damage, I'll attack twice. Because I won't have to heal because we're gonna try to take him down. All right, so I'm gonna spend 2 SP to attack. All right, and I roll from my thing. You see, I'm gonna roll my 2 white dice, and I'm going to exhaust this one so I could empower my attack. There you go. So it's gonna be 2 white dice and the black die. And now I'm trying to hit a 9 because I do get a +1 because of the flanking. All right, so I'm trying to hit a 10 and I get a +1 bonus. Whatever. Either way you want to think about it, that's how it's done. All right, so let's roll this. And there you go. I finally did it. All right, so there you go. So I get a +1, so technically I have an 11. All right, let's grab one of my weapons here. All right, for every 2 shields, I'm going to get +2 damage. So it's going to be 11, 12, 13. Sorry, 11 minus 10, which is 1 damage. Sorry about that. 1 damage plus 2 damage is going to be 3 damage. Plus another 2 damage is going to be 5 damage in total. There you go. Finally, I took a little bit of a chunk out of the big dude right over here. Now, what do I do? Do I heal or do I heal? Because if Zeke doesn't do a lot of damage, I can still use Zeke's power to heal Nightingale for a little bit, I think. And that's what I think I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So you know what? I'm just gonna attack again. So I'm gonna exhaust this one to get another empower die. That's gonna cost me my last 2 SP. So I'm gonna roll the exact same thing. So remember, I get a +1, so technically I just need a 9 to hit. Let's see if I can roll my 9. And I rolled a freaking 8 and I missed. And it was all books anyway, which would have been a terrible roll anyway. Now, is there a way for me to get an extra SP token? Yeah, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this potion here. No, I can't even use the potion. Well, I can use it to heal 3. No, you know what? I'll save it. I won't use it. That's fine. You know what? I'm good. So that's it for Rook. So now that's it. And now we're going to move to Zeke. And Zeke is going to be pretty simple. He's going to join the fray over here. He's going to jump right in the water. So he's going to move 1, 2, and be right in her face. Alternatively, wait a second. I was here. If I can get here, then I'm going to flank him as well. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use my ability to go diagonal. I'm going to go right here. Then I'm going to move. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go exactly diagonal right over here. And now just like that, we got all flanking positions all around this guy. All right, so that was using the ability here to go diagonally, and that was 1 SP to move. All right, so now I'm going to use 2 SP to do an attack. So it's going to be 2 white dice. I'm not going to empower it because I'm going to get to attack 3 times with my my blade works and 4 SP. So I'm going to have 4 rolls at this to try to deal a ton of damage. All right, so let's go. So now I'm trying to hit a 9 because remember I got the flanking bonus. So let's do it. Do I get it? I rolled a 10. Perfect. All right, so first one's a hit. Let me look at my bonuses here. For every 2 shields, I'm going to get +2 damage. I got 2 shields, so this is technically 10 plus 1, it's 11. So the difference is 1 plus 2 damage. It's going to be 3 damage in total. Grab another die. So 5. I'm just going to add another 3. All right, he's got 12 life left. That means he's got 4 life left. All right, after that, I am going to... I'm definitely going to be able to kill him because then I'll just keep throwing him some knives to kill him. But anyway, let me do this one at a time. I'm going to use another SP to attack him again. All right, so let me do that. Let's roll. And I missed. Maybe I spoke too soon. And then I'm going to use my blade works here to attack again. Let me attack. And 7 plus 1 is 8. And I missed again. Oh boy. So he's only got 4 life left. I think I'm going to chuck him a few knives and see if I can take him down. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw one of my knives. And this is straight up purple damage. It's blocked by armor, but he doesn't have armor. So armor is 0. So I'm going to roll a purple die. And if I roll a 4, then I kill him with 1 shot. So I'm just going to toss this over into the discard. All right, so here goes. Let me grab my purple die. So as long as I roll a 4 or higher, that's going to kill him. Let's see what happens. Boom, just like that, it's a 6 damage straight to him, and he dies. Let's take him off the battlefield. There you go, we were successful. That was harder than I thought it was going to be. I kept missing my attacks. So because I completely killed him, we're going to draw loot, and it's just more money, so 5. All right, so there you go. And there you go, that's the end of the mission. So what you're going to do now is go in the adventure book. We passed it, nobody died. You're going to calculate your points. And you're going to continue on with the story. So we'll see you in the next one. Later.